vlog on the beach, and we're going to talk today more about universities, about the change which I hope this time for Agile Change is also coming for Agile University, and I hope I'm hearable, so that's why maybe we'll stand closer. So what I mean by the Agile changes of universities, well, we understand that universities already are not updated. They have very old-fashioned structure, and I think this is the highest time for transformation. And if we think about transformation, we think about, of course, changing university structure. And I was very happy that recently social media and also in articles which I'm going to cite today, there was already mentioning about the need and the urgent demand to change universities. And one of them is actually post which was done by serial entrepreneur Merle Fuchs. And Merle actually is serial entrepreneur based in Germany, and she's also empowering other startups as a mentor. And she wrote that she wished that there would be more opportunity in Germany to give PhD students interesting research tasks in biotech, startups, beyond work contracts or bachelor thesis in many academic laboratories. The freedom of research suffers from apparently poor instrumental and financial equipment or interdisciplinary professional events and networks which could be organized during studies. And that's what I'm going to read now. It's very important. As biopharma startups, we could offer all of that, and we have a profound interest in clarifying fundamental scientific questions and generating robust scientifically reproducible data. But what's important in her messages, which she posted on LinkedIn, I'm very happy that she also did it, and she received a lot of responses that indeed, as a biopharma startup or as startups, we can offer all of that to students. But of course, these are not only PhD students. These are also highly skilled PhDs, and I mean here also postdocs, which usually have very short time when they stay at university and have to move on. And very often there is very limited chance to stay at university and get permanent position, because there is very limited numbers of tenure tracks. So they have to move very quickly and find a job and make transition to industry and think about alternative path. And the time is very short, and you have to publish and deliver and find important career path for yourself. So this time is very short. So I really wish that this would be extended to not only PhD students, which Merle talks about, but also postdocs, highly skilled PhDs. And what I mean here that both PhD students and highly skilled PhDs, so postdocs, could work partially in startups and become more familiar and get this authentic experience, work experience, by working in startups. And I think that will be a 4-win situation. Merle talks about 3-win, because it will be hopefully 4-win situation and for academic institutions, and for highly skilled PhDs, and for PhD students, and the startups. And I think startups can be important workplace here to provide this soft transition to industry from academia. And that's very valuable work, I think. I believe strongly. And I will elaborate on this from more my personal perspective in next week. The second message which appeared, and this appeared actually in Science, very prestigious scientific magazine in the review section, written by associate editor, and I will put you link in the comments, about USCF, so University in California. This university decided to implement working in startups, especially one of the startups in Silicon Valley, and implement this type of PhD, special PhD program, which allows PhD students to work for the startups. And this is also, I found, very important, I think, experiment, but at the same time agreement which was signed between UCSF in California and a startup in Silicon Valley. And I think we should just more and more startups and universities should follow this trend. And the link to this article I will also give you there. So I think I'm very happy that this two different sources of information are arrived and are hopefully the beginning of the big transformation for university, for their structure, and help to develop indeed not only PhD programs implementing work in startups, but also for highly skilled PhD students. And I think this is very important to set up and to continue to develop this path, this transformation path in agile way. And I think for this moment I'd like to bring this for today, because as I said, agile transformation is something which doesn't occur quickly. Any transformation has to be done stepwise, but we need to plan it, we need to think about this, we need to talk about this, and that's why I'm also interested, especially to all men and women in STEM, so science, engineering, technology and math, hear about your experiences and in a way your vision, how you would envision this transformation to happen at universities. I will give you some examples next time, just to give you a hint of my vision, and which I like to further work on. And for this moment, I think we're going to, I would like that you think about this, what I said, and think about this concept of agile transformation of universities. And I really, as I said, strongly believe that this is really the time, the highest time to start doing it, not only in US, so where the progressive education is, I think it's at the highest level, but also start this transformation at European universities, which have very rigid structure. So thanks a lot for listening, and see you next time. And I would like to actually show you still a little bit of the beach, because now I just talk, but I think you can get very nice view here on the beach, and see you next time. Bye!